episode of Streets to Success podcast with Frank, Jalil, and we got my guy Daniel DiBerardinis in the building.
What's going on, guys? How we doing?
Welcome on, Dan. Welcome on, man.
Appreciate it.
How you feeling?
I'm good, man. Yeah, it's, Christmas just wrapped up. Good time with the family. So, yeah, everything's going well, man.
Yeah. So we typically break down where you from, how you came up, and all the way up to the point that you at now.
Yeah. So
tell people a little bit about you. Yeah.
Yeah. So I grew up in Fishtown. I knew Frank. I actually lived next door to his family for a little bit when I was in college. Okay. My brother had a house on Memphis Street, and I lived there for a little bit. But Fishtown my whole life.
Philadelphia?
Yeah, Philadelphia. I loved sports. Grew up in rec centers. I was always basketball, playing soccer, whatever it was. I'd be down at sports. My dad was actually rec commissioner in Philadelphia for a minute. So I was kind of tied into my blood. And then out of college, I kind of got into banking because I wanted to make money. Okay. But I hated it. I hated going to work every day. I was doing well, but it just wasn't for me.
Run it back real quick. So what high school did you go to?
Oh, yeah.
How was it in high school? I know you were athletic in the sports and all, and then transitioning into college.
Yeah, so I grew up in Fishtown, but I didn't go to grade school in Fishtown. I went to Meredith, which is in Queen Village. My parents kind of wanted me to get outside the neighborhood a little bit, so that was really cool. Met some great people there. And then from there, I went to Roman Catholic High School. Okay. I played basketball and soccer there. Played with some really talented people on the basketball side, the Brad Wanamakers of the world, Malik Waynes, played with a bunch of guys who have played professionally through there. And, I learned a lot of Roman because, I'm a 5'9", kid. It's not the most, can't jump the highest so to make the team, I learned a lot. Like I had to do all the little things. I had to be the first one finished. I had to, couldn't lose a drill, right? They were like, if you want to help us, this is how you help us. Take charges at practice. You got to push everybody. So kind of embraced that role. Then I went on to Temple. So staying in Philly, I did sports and rec management at Temple for my major. Okay. And I had a minor in finance because I really wanted to do the sports thing. I thought I wanted to be a sports agent. I'm like, I know Brad. I know these guys. I know they're going to be pros. I think I could be their agent.
So growing up, you always loved sports and felt like you would have a career somewhere in sports.
Yeah, it was just something that I loved doing. It was like my passion, right? Like I loved just playing. I loved being around it. So I always knew to some extent that would be my career path. I didn't know what it was, So then I get to college. I interned for the Phillies, the Sixers, the Flyers, all of them. I got to intern for all 4 teams.
Doing what?
Just when you intern, you don't know what it's going to be. So the Phillies was I was in the phone center. I would sell tickets or during the games, I would go set up the suites beforehand, chairs. Right, that was the opposite of it. You occasionally get to do more fun stuff like doing community outreach, going to rec centers and stuff. Then the Sixers was more again, operational stuff, counting things, counting chairs that were banged up, little random stuff. And then I got to help with the camp though, the summer camp, right? Similar with the Flyers, they had Ed Snyder Youth Hockey Foundation. So they would have us going to different rinks and helping kids with gear and that side of it. But I realized on the pro side, there's not a lot of jobs in the community outreach, and that's what I wanted to do. It's a very small amount of people. There's probably 2-3 people in these departments. You think these teams are, multi-billion-dollar teams, but they only have 3 people who did the work that I wanted to do. There wasn't a lot of turnover, and there wasn't that. So I realized that professional sports probably wasn't the avenue I wanted to go in. Okay. Never in a million years did I think a high school athletic director was my path. Yeah. It didn't make sense to me. I love sports, but I didn't know what I was going to do with it. So when I graduated college, I went in banking. I started doing business lending for Citizens Bank, and it was great. I was successful. I was making money. It was good to be young and have some money and be able to buy a house and this and that. But when that alarm went off, man, I didn't want to wake up. I didn't want to go to work.
You weren't passionate about it.
No, it wasn't at all. So I owned a home. I started renting it. I moved back in with my parents, and I started going back to school to become a teacher because I was like, I'll teach and be a basketball coach. That's what I'll do. That'll be my niche.
Now, did you have a specific coaching, a high school basketball coach, or?
Yeah, I thought I'd be high school, maybe college, maybe start high school at Roman and maybe build my way up to college because I had it in at Roman, so I started coaching there. I was an assistant coach with Chris McNesby, who's been a a great mentor of mine and a phenomenal coach. So I started doing that, but I was making no money. I'm back in school. I'm substitute teaching, and I'm coaching basketball. I'm making 15 grand. So like I had to rent my crib out. I had to go home. And during that time, Roman came to me. They said, hey, our athletic director is leaving. We know you have a sports management degree. We would love for you to think about it. And at the time, that position was a $20,000 stipend. That was it, because it was mostly teachers who did it. So I was trying to navigate that.
So what is it like? Just like a side hustle for teachers, you think?
Yeah. So it's, if you're a teacher and you're an athletic director in Catholic schools, this is back, this is 15 years ago. That was the kind of thing. You teach like 3 classes, maybe 4. You didn't have a full teaching load, and then you did the athletics. Like that was kind of the job. Now every school is full time. Now, because of how much it's grown and how many sports and all the stuff that go into it, all the schools have full time ADs now.
Okay.
But at 2012, 2011, that wasn't the case. There wasn't, in the private school side, there wasn't a lot of full time ADs. They all still kind of taught.
Okay.
It's changed now. Everywhere is full time. So I did that. I took the risk. Started doing it at Roman, and then they made it a full time position. They said, all right. I said, look, I'm not making any money. Like I need to have a life. So then they made it a full time for me my second year. And
What was the salary increase, like percentage wise?
yeah, so I'd say I started making maybe like 50 grand at Roman as AD, as a full time AD. So it was it was enough to kind of get back and have a house, and I'd have some roommates and stuff. I was still half of what I was making in banking, right? But I love going to work every day. I love dealing with kids. I kind of found my passion and my niche with it all. So it was really cool.
I want to go back a little bit, rewind a little bit. At what point in time did you give up on basketball?
Well,
Because you didn't really, you kind of skipped past that. 'Cause-
So when I was going to college,
Okay.
I had a lot of D3 schools that were interested in me,
Okay.
but they didn't offer sports management as a major. So I thought I wanted to be a sports agent. So I'm like, I got to do this major.
Okay.
And in 2010, when I'm going to college, they didn't have it. Temple was one of 3 schools in the country that has a full-time major. So that was the reason so then I knew it was like, all right, I'm not big enough or strong enough to play Division I basketball, even though I love it. So I had to make that decision. Do I go continue to play hoops and go to Cabrini's of the world or Immaculatas, like local D3 schools that don't have my major? So I had to make a decision. And my dad was like, look, you can still play. Like there's men's leagues and there's intramurals, and I could walk on, and there was all these different options. So it was a tough decision as
That's
a
what I
kid.
was about to ask you.
It
Was
was
that
tough.
a tough decision? Because I know a lot of kids hit that point a little bit before we started rolling. You were saying like the 1% might make it. You know what I'm saying? Like how hard was that for you?
It was hard, but I also knew, like, I think Roman humbled me because I saw what it looked like to be that 1%.
Okay.
Like a lot of schools don't have it. Like if I don't went to another school where I would have been the man, I could have went to schools where I was the best player.
Right.
I went to Roman where like these dudes are NBA players. So I saw the levels of it. So I knew like this wasn't a professional thing for me.
Okay.
Even though I loved it and it was my passion, I got humbled on it. I was like, all right, this is what it looks like.
You had to put like your feelings to the side and do what was best for yourself.
Yeah, for sure. It's like you want to. It made realistic goals to me. Like again, like you could have went to a small public school and scored 25. You're like, I'm gonna make it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make it. I mean, because you're not playing this level of competition. Like at Roma, we were playing. I remember we went to Hawaii when I was a senior for a tournament, and this one team from New York, Rice, they had Kemba Walker coming off the bench, bro. He was a sophomore coming off the bench. He didn't even start for them. So like seeing that level of competition, you're like, damn, like this is what it looks like. Even if I thought I worked my ass off, I was, getting shots up early. I was doing like, but still, there's just levels, man. It's just like.
So Dan, I want to talk about, and we can catch up to, the current where we left off at. But I want to talk about real quick about you making the decisions and having to do the little things, right? Like when you were in Roman and you're playing, like you had to do the little things. You had to make, different decisions, like and humble yourself and. You might have only got 2 minutes at the end of the game, the trash time, right?
Yep.
Or like and then you could tell them decisions as you go into older age where you got to go back to your parents' house and you have to, stop spending as much money as you probably were spending and make these decisions where people don't really see like you were thinking for your future. You were thinking as a leader. You were thinking about your teammates. You were thinking about making these decisions to get to where you ultimately are today.
Yep.
And you started off back in high school?
Yeah. Well, I had a great coach. Like people, you're fortunate. Dennis Seddon was a coach, and he's like, "Look, man, like I like you as a kid, but like this is what you're gonna have to do. Like I'm just being realistic with you, right? Having a difficult conversation with a kid, and I was very blessed to have really strong parents that like had honest conversations with me and said like chase your dreams, whatever, but like also would tell me real things and give me like guidance and that. So I was very fortunate to have that support system. Not everyone has that, right? So like this thing that you guys do is super important because someone might not have it at home or from a coach, and they can tune into this and say like, you know, how you changed your life and how you're doing your thing. It's like it's super important to have those people in your life, these mentors that can push you in the right direction.
Well, another thing too, Dan, is I probably had them at some point, but my own ways were like blocking it out. So I might have had someone that took a liking to me to have my best interest, but it's not what I wanted. It was like I wanted the cool stuff, or I wanted what I thought was popular at the time, rather than listen to that person that goes to church and was trying to give me good advice, right?
Yeah.
So I probably did have it, but I just didn't listen to it.
Yeah, and for me, like at the end of the day, I kind of like I was super competitive. I wanted to win, so I knew like doing the little things would help winning. Like I just wanted to win. I was always just like, whatever I'm doing, I want to figure out how to win. So like I kind of had to real like look myself in the mirror and say, all right, this is what helps us win, and I want to be a part of that. So like, how am I going to do it? So it was the little things, and I was very fortunate at a young age to see that type of things and have those experiences that have really helped me grow where I've been, and the stuff I can tell kids when I'm dealing with these student athletes today, and like the advice I can give them is I've lived through a lot of these experiences where I had to sacrifice to for the long-term game, right?
That's the word I was looking for, sacrifice. Exactly. Like from college until probably even to today, you probably sacrifice.
Yeah, and like, look, I've been very fortunate and blessed to have, you know, winning and stuff, but like you have to sacrifice along the way, and you have to really look yourself in the mirror and understand what you do well, right? I think a strength of mine is I'm self-aware of what I do well and then what I don't do well, right? Because not everyone can do everything perfectly. Yeah. So I think a strong trait of mine has always been I've been self-aware about things I do really well, and the things I don't do well, leaning on other people to help me navigate that thing. Like I've never been
right, and then people can lean on you for the things that you do well.
100%,
and that's how it works.
Yeah, and like my dad, like, you know, there's things that your dad or mom will tell you that like stick with you, right? Like my dad was rec commissioner, but he always told me like everyone's got an opinion, man. Like the janitor at the rec center, he knows something that I don't know. So like always be a sponge and listen to everybody. Like that was something as a kid he told me this, and it's like it stuck with me. So like no matter who I'm talking to, I'm trying to gain knowledge for the long term, right? And also build relationships, because you never know when you're going to need to lean on someone, right? Like you never know when your worlds are going to cross, and you're going to have to need something from somebody else that you can't attain, right? So, but always being listening and always helping other people out, you're going to set yourself up for huge success when you have that mindset, and you can really attack it by like, I'm going to help this person out just because I can, and it's something nice to do, right? You might not see the gain then, but one day it's going to come back and help you.
Yeah.
Now, how hard is it for you to have those conversations with kids now that was in your shoes?
Yeah, it's
because
difficult.
it's like, man, I'm gonna make it. I don't care what he's saying. That you know what I'm saying. They might look at you like you hating. Like
100%.
Yeah, how hard is it to have those conversations, to be on the opposite end now?
It's tough. And especially like social media, I was talking with Frank earlier, like it's a gift and a curse, right? Because it gives unrealistic expectations to some kids. When you use it correctly, it's a tool, right? Like if you can grow your brand and you can do it, but it also sometimes can give you this false hope or this false narrative of what things are, you know? So just kind of just showing them numbers, right? Like numbers don't lie, right? And giving them real life experiences and be like, hey, like I'm here to support you. Yeah, I got your back. We'll go through all the scenarios, but this is what it looks like. They're like right now, it's hard for high school kids to go D1 because of the transfer portal. They want more. They want 22-year-olds, 23-year-olds. They want grown men. So there's not as many spots for these kids coming out of high school. You probably got to go D2 and then work your way up. When you're 20, 21, you're filled out and you become more of a man, or you're more developed. Yeah. Then you make that jump. They don't want to hear that. They want instant gratification. Yeah. So like kind of just explaining like this is a long-term play, and if this is really your dream, this is what you have to do, and like really laying out a plan. So not just shutting it down, but like helping them build a plan and helping them think about all the different scenarios is kind of how I try to attack.
So Dan, how much do you think that changed from the traditional way, like back in like the 90s and even 2000s, where it was like, no, you're going right, you're trying to go right to D1, and to nowadays it's like a different path for these kids?
Yeah, it's changed a lot. The recruiting has changed a lot. The landscape has changed a lot. There's money involved, so people are trying to chase this bag. Like NIL, people get paid now, like millions and millions of dollars.
Mm-hmm.
And if even like on the lower end, like you could be a top 200 player, you're probably getting a couple $100,000.
Right.
It depending on the sport, right? Football, basketball, you're getting serious money. But again, it's still a small percentage. But people are chasing that money. Like parents can be delusional about it, and they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna get my kid the best trainer, blah blah blah, so he can get to this level." And I'm just like, my message is like, do what you gotta do, but let the kid kind of grow and feel it out first, because it's a really small percentage that is getting this money, right? That's falling into it. So it's kind of like all over the place. But yeah, it's different, Frank. To get back to your question, is like there wasn't all the resources that we have today, and there wasn't this network to see people. Like even in the 90s, like kids were seen, but like anyone could see anyone now. Like everyone has huddle, everyone has clips, everyone has this. There wasn't that network of film that went around. So it was a little bit different. But also today, the big difference is people are playing much older, and coaches is like they don't have the job stability. So like they're like, I can't wait on an 18-year-old. I need to show results right now. So I got to go get a 22-year-old because their jobs are on the line.
Is that a reclassified 22-year-old? Because they didn't reclass as much either back then,
No,
right?
so like it used to be like we want potential. We want the 17-year-old. We want the young kid because he's going to have a higher ceiling. Now it's like we want grown men that can come in and contribute right away.
Okay.
We don't want to wait. And that's just the world today, I think, has changed, where it's like instant gratification and, kind of just wanting things right away and results right away. Like there's no patience with it.
Yeah, I mean, there's a big difference especially in the sports world, between an 18-year-old and a 22-year-old.
Massive.
Like, yeah, it's like the same as like a 14-year-old and an 18-year-old. Like, so, I mean, you're probably around 24 is probably when you're at your like peak of developing, right?
Yeah.
25. So I can see why these coaches or these schools, they want to get these kids in to win now, make them look good right now, rather than the person that got potential. He might be better 5 years down the road, but right now we want to win. We want to look good right now.
And like the old school coaches, like the Jay Wrights, he got out of it. Like Izzo is adamantly against it because they're saying they can't build culture because it's like a one-year team every year. You got one. It's a new group. You're rebuilding your roster every year. It's like you're getting rentals. So culture suffers. And like these old school guys who've won national championships at high levels, like culture is important. I stress culture all the time. Like everyone's so talented, man. Like, but if you have the culture, winning will come, man. If you have like everyone's sacrificing, everyone's, going to step up and do things for each other and do the little things, winning will come always. It's hard to establish culture when you got guys for a year. Like culture doesn't happen overnight. It's something that continues. So like that's the give and take with all this money and how it's set up now with the NIL era.
So it's safe to say you feel like it's more political now than it was back then?
Yeah, I guess there's always politics in it, right? Everyone's got an agenda. But now with the money, it's just, it's more political because there's driving, there's these streaming deals, there's billions and billions of dollars in it. And how these schools are maximizing it. Like Utah, right? University of Utah just got partnered with a private equity firm to give them $500 million so they can pay coaches over 10 years. Now, with that $500 million, they sell all their tickets. They got all their media rights. They took over everything. There's private equity firms investing in colleges. So like college sports is basically professional now. And it's no longer like amateur sports because you're getting paid, and like basically them coming in, that's like an owner. That's like an owner buying a college, right? Like private equity gave $500 million over 10 years so they could pay kids in sports and upgrade their facilities to try to stay competitive.
I look at it like a gift and a curse.
It is.
Because I feel like so many years, I feel like kids deserve to make some type of money off of jersey sales and things like that.
I
you know what I'm
completely
saying?
agree.
Yeah, but it's like at the same time, on the other hand, it's like, so I look at it like a gift and a curse, man.
It is, and it's 100% a gift and curse. And if they would have put parameters on it when they opened it up, it probably would have been a better fit. They just didn't know how to handle it. They opened up. It's the Wild West. Now you can't hold it back. You can't train it back in. So like that's the flip side of it. But the kids definitely should get paid because, they're putting their bodies on the line and people were making billions. So like they should have got a piece because it was on their backs.
Absolutely.
No, they gave him a free education though.
Free education is true. No, that is true. That is true for sure. But like free education, say it's 40 grand a year, and you're making $1 billion.
Yeah, each one of them players are contributing this much coming into the school, whatever that number is.
Yeah.
The same thing like an NFL team or NBA team. It's people are coming to see the players. That the wheels keep spinning because of the players.
Yeah.
The coaches were even making millions for years, right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
So it's like they deserve a piece of the pie.
So back to you though, Dan. I want to get back to your story. So you were at Temple. Fast forward, you went to work at the bank. Then
I got to Roman. I took the AD job on a whim. I was like, yeah, I'll try it. Like, I don't know if I'll be good at it.
Now you were connected from going there, right?
I went there. Yeah, I was like, went to the school.
How many years later from high school did you go back?
I started coaching there 5-6 years later. So I was the JV basketball coach, and then they came to me and was like, hey, like, we want to really make sure we know the next athletic director. We know your network kind of fits. Like, they don't have fields. They're in the city, right? Like, they needed someone that had ties to the city that can maybe help them get fields. And so even though I was young, I was 25, 26, they were like, we think this would be a good fit for you. So I was like, oh, yeah, I'll give it a try, right? Like, I was never thought of it as a profession, ever.
Yeah.
And then it grew. We were very successful in that time. We wanted to start winning championships. And I think I played a role in it for sure, but also...
Were you coaching the varsity too?
Yeah, I was an assistant on varsity, but then when I took the AD job, I had to stop.
Okay.
Because it's just too much.
Is it conflict? Anything?
Yeah, it's a conflict.
Scheduling stuff.
Yeah, and you got to be available to help everybody. So, like, to be locked in on one sport for an entire season, even though I loved it and it's my passion, I knew I couldn't.
Yeah.
It just didn't work.
Was it better paying for the AD job?
No, it wasn't paying a lot at all. So, like, that was the part of it. And I was like, can I make money in this? Like, they just started making them full time. But yeah, I like just brought a lot of the things I learned as a kid and, sacrifice, like just telling coaches, there wasn't a playbook for me. The guy who was there before me wasn't around. So I didn't really know I just kind of learned on the fly, and I definitely took my lumps but I learned a lot from those losses. I learned a lot from those mistakes. Like, I messed up a lot my first couple of years. Like, I didn't know what I was doing. I was a kid. But I learned a lot of lessons from it that really helped me continue to grow in the field. And then, I've grown. Like, so from there, it was tough leaving, but, St. Joe's Prep, great opportunity, national ranked football team.
Now, wait, how long were you?
So I was at Roman for 6 years.
6 years. And then someone came to you with an opportunity?
Well, this job opened. So there was one job in the middle. It was Cristo Rey Philadelphia High School. It's a really cool high school. It's a work study program for low-income kids, high-level education for low-income kids. And the way it works is they give you a job one day a week, and that pays your tuition. So you work. They have all these job partners where kids go and work one day a week, and that job partner will pay your tuition. So high-level education. Every kid goes to college from there. It's a great model. And the president from there was a great man. He passed away recently, John McConnell, but absolute legend. He came to me and was like, we're building this school. We just built this campus. It's unbelievable. Beautiful campus in North Philly, 17th Allegheny. It's unbelievable. They got a turf field. They got this beautiful gym. Amazing school. He's like, but we don't have athletics and we're losing boys. Like, we're going to be an all-girl school if we don't get our athletics going because all the boys are going to other schools. So, like, come build this with me. Like, come over. So I'm like, man, I love Roman. He's like, no, come over. Like, build. This will be special. This will build your legacy. So I went in 2019, and COVID hit. It had been my first year, and they were like, our job partners, we don't know what this is going to look like. Like, we don't know the uncertainty. Like, we don't know if the school's going to be able to survive. Like, they're saying stay at home. Like, we don't know what the world's looking like. So then I said, all right, I'm going to have to look just because, and St. Joe's Prep was open at the time. So then I knew some people who were there. They're like, hey, we think it would be a great fit.
What was the position there?
Athletic director.
Same thing?
Same thing. So that's been my own job. So I was there for 5 years at St. Joe's Prep, and then I just left in July to go to William Penn Charter.
Okay.
Which is the third oldest school in America, 1689, oldest Quaker school in the world. I mean, before America was America, they had a school there, right? So crazy tradition of like professional athletes, world leaders, super successful people have come there. And the reason I kind of pivoted there, you know, they were aggressive and coming. They, you know, they identified me as someone they wanted, but also they kind of plateaued athletically, and they're like, we really want to get back to where we were. Like, come build. And I love building. Like, I love being a part of, you know, starting a culture, or, you know, changing things up. So it was an opportunity where I felt like, all right, this is another chance for me to reinvent myself or continue to better myself. And I had to put myself in an uncomfortable situation, right? Like, leaving a place that you're so happy and content with, getting outside your comfort zone is difficult.
Yeah.
But, you know, you're not going to grow if you just stay content with where you are, brother. You got to, like, kind of continue to push yourself. So it was an opportunity, and I took it, and it's been great. I've been there for 6 months, and I'm loving it.
So Roman, you were very familiar with. St. Joe's, you're kind of familiar with because it's still local, kind of.
Yeah,
you know a lot
people,
of people.
Yeah, similar school.
And then now Penn Charter.
Penn Charter is different.
Yeah.
Way different. It's a boy and girl school. So, like, I never really dealt with high-level girl sports either, right? I've been at, like, all-boys schools.
And you're AD there?
Yeah, I'm the athletic director. So, it was something that, you know, was scary, right? Like, I struggled with it, man. Like, I was really going back and forth. But for me, I want to continue to grow. He talked about this, like, you can't be content, man. You got to continue to grow, and you got to continue to push yourself. And I want to continue to evolve as a person, and I think professionally that can really help you grow as a person, right? You know, on your personal life. And so I was really excited about the opportunity, and, you know, they were very persuasive as well. They did a great job kind of, you know, talking to me about the opportunities there and presenting me with a great, you know, resources to handle everything there. And their campus it's nicer than colleges, brother. I mean, it's like, for me, athletically, it's like a big, you know, big fun playhouse, right? It's like they have 4 massive basketball courts. We have a rock climbing wall in the middle of our, you know, thing. We have 3 strength and conditioning coaches. Like, we host a Maxi tournament. He's like, this is like the Sixers practice facility. Like, that's the type of facility we have over there. So, and I'm excited to, you know, bring different kids, and it's K-12. So, but there's middle school sports as well, which I've never dealt with, but I look at it as like a farm system to us. Like, if we have good culture and our coaches are working together, we got an advantage because we got kids for
now, is the goal
7 years.
Is the goal to so you're dealing with the athletic department? Is the goal to try to get these kids to go to college? Like, what's the end goal for these kids, right? Is it to try to get them to college sports, or is it just like overall as like a human being are you worried about? Like, what is...
Yeah, so for me, like...
Obviously, it's keeping everything running like a well-oiled machine, right?
For sure.
But then also, like, what's the goal on the back end?
For me, it's like I want these kids, when they're in the athletic department that I'm in charge of, for it to be the best 4 years of their lives, to grow as a person and become a better individual, take these, you know, these lessons you're learning, wins and losses, and, you know, getting humble, but also learning how to, you know, learn from your losses and, you know, finding ways to win and finding that, you know, thing deep inside you that kind of pushes you, finding your why, right? But also, if your dream is to play college sports, I want to get you there. So, like, it's kind of twofold. It's like I want them to leave being a way better person from these programs that we're putting out for them. But also, if they want to use it as a tool to get to college, I want to be able to give that them as well, right?
So I got a question.
Hold on, I got a question real quick because I feel like we didn't ask this when he first said he became an AD. What does everything does the AD consist of?
It
kind of
it's going
skipped
to tie.
over
It's
that.
going to tie into mine too. So lucky you said that.
So it's different depending on the person, right? I like to think
Okay.
that I look at it in a unique way. On the surface, it's making sure logistics are good,
Okay.
right? Making sure, you know, all the games are set up, all the back end stuff, referees, you know, dealing with the parents, right? Dealing with the coaches, making sure the coaches are learning and getting better, giving them, you know, the proper education and resources to grow as a coach, and then putting a good product out there as far as team wise. For me, I like to be in it. I'm in every which way. Like I want to help recruit players. I want to deal with parents. I want to help fundraise money so it can come in. Like, I look at it across the board, and I try to get in every which way. Where I think the more common AD is more make sure the buses are on time, make sure the coaches are doing what they're supposed to do, making sure things are running smoothly. I kind of attack it like, I want to grow this thing, so how can I grow it? So I make sure I'm working with the development team to help fundraise money. I'm making sure I'm bringing in outside people like the Jay Wrights of the world or Fran Dunphys to come in and talk to our coaches so they can learn. I want to be in the living room with the coach recruiting a kid, right? Like I'm not above anything. Or like I've said this, like if a coach is like, I just go to them and say, what do you need me to do for you to be successful? If they say sell water in my games, I'll sell water. Like I just want you to be the best. If they say, I want you to help me recruit this kid, I want you to help me, figure out, how we're approaching culturally here. Like whatever it is, I try to be like a Swiss Army knife to give them that resource.
So it's kind of like the way I'm looking at it is like a business owner. Like you're trying to build this thing, make it run smoothly, make sure it grows, be there to support people. So it's like you have a job, but you're basically like growing and building this business inside of the school.
Yeah, for sure.
Which is the athletic aspect of it.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, everyone wants to win, right? Like I told you, like winning drove me, and winning has changed. Like the meaning of it has changed for me. Like winning, like I want to win everything. Like don't get me wrong, we have squash. I want to win at squash. Like regardless of sport, right? We have water polo. I want to win at water polo. So like I'm learning like how can I help you win at it, but also without altering, not just sacrificing something else. Like we want to make sure first and foremost that they're having the best experience and that the culture is great and that they're learning and becoming better people. And I believe when you do that, winning does come. Winning will come when you're doing all of those little things. But again, just giving them resources, just figuring out ways to be creative and give us that advantage, right? Because so many people are talented, right?
Yeah.
How are you going to separate yourself? And for me, I think it is by just being there, being a resource, and trying to like help you navigate in whatever aspect it is, whether it's life, whether it's something on the court. Like I might be able to help you something that helps you in life that will make you a better coach, right? Like maybe getting you more free time to help you navigate, getting from practice or whatever the case may be. I just want to figure it out with you so we can all be great together. Like I want to pick everybody up.
Yeah. That's leadership.
Yeah,
That's what that is. You just basically said leadership.
Yeah, like we have I told, like I had an assistant for a while, and he was like, I've had some people that have worked for me that like just, they love the Instagram side of things, right? They love being in all the pictures. And I'm like, yo, you take the pictures, man. Like just be happy taking the pictures, brother. Like if we're taking the pictures, if you're behind the scenes and you're just good with it and everyone comes with that mindset, you're going to win, right? Like you don't need to be in the shine. You can be behind the background. Like, because if you're just worried about being in the picture, we ain't winning, right? Because we're going to lose along the way. But if we're all in this together and doing the little things, like I'll take the pictures, bro. I don't need to be.
I'll be the water boy.
Yeah. Like I want to win, right? And
I think some
comes
people
back
like
from
ego. Comes down to like ego.
Facts.
Yeah. And if you could put that aside, you're going to be successful, right? How do you measure success? Everyone measures it different. Some people might measure it by how many likes they get on the picture. But like, I'd rather have a better product and be financially in a better spot and have things in life. You don't need, everything doesn't have to be about the likes. But if you get that mindset, get away from that mindset, it changes things up.
Shit,
That's why you're the leader, because you understand that.
Some people just live for that. They live for the attention and the spotlight and the appearance that they're winning. When they might buy a brand new car but have no money in their bank account, that just wiped them out. Or someone else could be driving a Civic and have a couple $100,000 in the bank account, and it's just they want to be perceived as they're being successful rather than actually being successful. Yeah,
like my parents, man, we have one car all life. They did well, like they were good, but they were like, we don't need all this stuff. We want to make sure you're going to college. We want to make sure we're helping pay for your college. Right?
It comes
like
down to like their values were different, right?
Yeah, and I think that just athletic again. It's a lot of leadership, but again, it just all comes together. It's just a lot of real world shit that we're just putting together and experiences you're just trying to build and help these kids grow at the end of the day, right?
So how do you help these kids in the Instagram era? Like that they don't even really care about the sport that much, or they do, but they care more about like their followers or likes. Hey, did you get that reel of me dunking or whatever it is? Like, how do you help? It's hard
though, Frank, because a lot of kids rely on the clips.
Yeah,
that's how you get acknowledged nowadays. You feel me? So they might not even be looking like, oh, I like they living and dying for it, but some probably do, but some understand. Like they'll literally pay people to come. You got guys like, shout out to Jado, that'll come there.
My guy, man.
Yeah,
Jado's
for real.
The best.
That'll come there.
He's so talented.
Yeah, so talented.
Videographer?
Yeah. But his clips help the kids get noticed and recognized. You know what I'm saying?
So to combat it, though, this is what I've done. I hired Jado. I hire these guys to come in and do videos for every team. So regardless of the sport, Like we got hype videos for water polo, squash. Like regardless of sport, I hire these dudes to come in. These really talented videographers. Like this kid CJD, Christian Dominguez, Jado. These dudes are so talented with their camera. So to kind of fill that thing, but also elevate the team. It's not like a single person highlight. I'm like, yo, we need a team highlight. So like, and I'm like, I'm looking for the little things. Like I want people diving on the floor. Like I get strategic with the videographers so then the kids say, all right, well, I'm gonna get in the video if I'm doing the little things.
Right.
Like
That's smart.
So I'm like, hey, like I want deflections. I want people chasing down blocks. I obviously want the highlights, but I also want to highlight the little things. I want to highlight the bench if people are hype on the bench, cheering on their teammates.
Yeah.
Highlight that shit for me.
Person handing the towels as they're walking off.
Yeah, like yo, get them a clip, right? Get them a clip because make
Everyone
them be a part
matters.
of it. Everyone's got a role. Everyone's got a job. So like the videographers working with these dudes, that's kind of how I've combated it. Like everyone's gonna get a team video and we're gonna highlight the things that I think are important to winning and important to culture. And then they love it. Like these videos blow up and then they're hype, right? So it is important, but kind of showing them like how I want it. I get a little bit hands-on with the videographers and helping them. But the videographers do a great job and they highlight the kids in the coolest ways, and they do get them attention, right? Because a clip can blow up, and then you're on someone's radar that you might never been on. So it is, again, we've talked about it. It's a gift and a curse. When you use it as a tool in the right way, it's very helpful.
So do you manage the budget? You help manage like budget for what goes towards these videos, what goes towards new uniforms? Or
Yeah, so there's a budget, and then like right when I came in, I said, hey, they never had this videographer budget. I said, because I need a hype video for every single team. So we have 20 varsity sports. So I'm like, we need to budget out a video. And something that I did really early on, media day, like colleges did it. I might have been the first to do it in high school. I started doing it for high school kids, the media days, bringing a photographer, getting them those pictures. So everyone has a picture. So everyone feels love. You can share it however you want. And these people are so talented with the green screens and what they can do with it. But doing that type of stuff to love them up, let them feel it.
It's the culture too. It makes you feel good. Like I feel important when I come here. They make me feel important and a part of something.
And everyone's going to get the opportunity, not just the best player.
Yeah, that's tough.
So, but investing in like getting strategic, right, and that type of stuff, Frank. So like, not a lot of athletic directors did that. You know, it's more common now. But like Jado and me, when you talk to him, we've been locked in for. I gave him a pass on. He always brings it up. I gave him an all access pass to Catholic League games.
Yeah.
When he first started out, and he always tells me how much it meant to him. And I'm like, brother, you're doing us a service. You're coming in videoing our kids for nothing, just to highlight them. So like, he's been successful now. He's got clothing. He's doing it all, man. But shout out to Jado, man. He's a great
You
kid.
get a clip from Jado, then at the next step it might hit Filet. Filet, and then you going viral, and it's a wreck.
Yeah, no.
It's
so
crazy.
They play a role in it, and I don't think enough people give them their flowers on how important they can be in a young boy or girl's journey, man. Like Kid Rare footage, he's doing a great job. Rare, he's everywhere, just putting clips out.
Yeah.
I mean, he ain't getting paid by the schools. He's just doing it to elevate them. And now he gets views and he'll get paid on the back end of it. But at the core, you're giving up a lot to invest in these kids.
Yeah.
Dan, so how do you have the hard conversation with the kid, or it might not be you, it might be the coaches, that they really think they're going to the pros, but that they're not, or to college, like realistically, like.
Yeah, I try not to shatter their genes, but I also give them hard facts, right? We talked about it. 1% of high school athletes make it Division I. 1% of that play professionally and get paid, right? You have a better chance of hitting a Powerball than basically making it into professional sports, right? Like, you got to think, in the NBA, how many people play basketball in high school?
15.
No, hundreds of thousands, right?
I'm saying 15 a team.
Yeah, but
Start breaking it down like that.
yeah, but I'm saying like all levels, right? There's freshman JV, there's a couple 100,000 people, and then like you got to think of how many teams there are that filled these teams. There's millions of people, and then you're getting them down. The NBA has a couple hundred people in it, right? You know, like, but there's millions of people playing basketball with that dream, and then a couple hundred get it. Like the odds are in the millions of you making it. So just kind of saying, look, I want, if you work at it, I think anything's possible. I try not to knock it, but also these are realistic. And if you want to get there, I'll try to give you a plan to help you try to get there. So like being realistic with them, and then they'll see it themselves eventually, right? When they play that level of competition. I'm a big iron sharpen iron guy. So like I'll play us even though I know we're going to might get smoked against a really good team. Like for basketball at Penn Charter the other day, Spire is like top 5 team in the country. And we're good. We're really good. We have Division I players, but we're young. And they hit us up. They're like, we want to play you guys. Our team dropped. And our coach like, I don't know. We might, like, He was like, I want to play them. I'm like, so do I. Like, we end up losing by 25, but there's probably 3 NBA players on that team, right? Like, it shows these kids, all right, this is what you got to strive for. This is what it looks like.
Yeah.
Like, so
It's going to raise their level of competition.
yeah, and then if you do well, you gain your confidence, right? Like, we lost by 20, but like,
Now you might beat another tough team by like 15 because you just played them and you know
see
what
the
it takes.
speed, you see the speed, you see the athleticism, and you figure out you might maybe work harder, maybe it motivated you to do this, but you also see it, and now you're able to adapt to it. So I think that's also I try to line up the best possible competition always.
Now, what about for, all right, they have these dreams, hoop dreams or football dreams, but what about like setting them up as like this is still an opportunity to succeed in life?
Yeah. So I mean, me and you talked about it earlier. I try to tell them like these lessons you're going to learn in sports, I think, are something that will help you beyond this. And I say that like all our type of events, like the characteristics you learn through sports are stuff that's going to set you up for life, man. It's like it's responsibility. It's showing up on time. It's showing up every day, man. You got to show up every day. That's a skill. People don't realize it. I think that's one of the most underrated talents in the world is every day showing up and getting there and being there with an open mind and ready to work, right? All these traits are going to help you be successful. And I also preach network. I'm like, and this is your network, man. You're meeting people that you never meet. You're traveling around. You're playing different people. You're going to different cities. You're meeting people at school. Like everyone's important to your journey. So like, let's come in with an open mind and see this, right? See it for what it is and try to just leave here as a better person every day, 1% better. I got that all over my office. 1% better every day. If you get 1% better every day, at the end of the year, you're 365.
What are your goals as the AD, William Penn? And do you get advice from other ADs of like colleges and stuff like that?
Yeah, I try to stay in touch with a lot of like college coaches and college ADs for advice. And I always thought I might have wanted to go to college, but now it's like with this NIL thing, it's like you're basically like a business agent. Like you're just, it's crazy. So until it settles down, I think for me, I kind of
More structure.
Yeah, I like where I'm at, and I'm comfortable with it, and I can continue to grow it, and I'm living a good life, and I'm like helping kids grow, and so it's very rewarding. So I think I'm like just can be rock out as a high school AD for now. I never say never, but like the goal initially was once I got in, it was like I want to go to college, but now it's like also I might have to move for that, and I understand my network's Philadelphia. I know when there's a coach opening, I have a network that I can go get the best coach. Or we want to get it with we need help in a certain sport. I know I can go to a feeder program because I'm tied in, right? I got the network. If I go to Dallas, I don't have that network. I think I'll be good at the job. I ain't going to be great like I am here. So like
A lot of it's networking, relationships, and
being self-aware. I know a part of what makes me good at my job is my network, and my network is Philadelphia. So like to leave it would be something I don't know if I'd be as good. It would take me some time to build up that network and build that.
Because your gym could flood, but you probably can call Crystal Ray and go play there.
100%.
Or, so I definitely get it. Do you do any work with Mike Morant?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real close
That's
with
my
Mike.
guy, too.
Super close with Mike. Mike does a great job. He runs Danny Rumpf, that big basketball
we were
tournament.
there. We did a podcast there.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
me and Mike, I talk to Mike probably every once a week or every 2 weeks.
Okay.
His kids might be coming over to Penn Charter, so I'm trying to get them in, trying to help the out. But Mike's a great dude. He does Victory in the North. It's, youth basketball for kids, get them off the street.
We sign a lot of the kids up.
Yeah.
We walk around, knock on the doors in the neighborhood, and send them to Mike.
That's awesome. Yeah. Mike's a great dude, man.
Yeah, that's my guy. Shout out to Mike, man.
Yeah, shout out to Mike Morak, man. He's great people.
So you're talking sports and athletics and all that. This isn't your first time behind a microphone. So how did this journey start? You're on camera, you're on a microphone. How did this come about? And where did it start at?
Yeah, so Anthony Gargano was a big radio host in Philadelphia, and I knew him just through my dad and, being around the area, and he'd occasionally ask me to call into the radio show a couple years back about, whenever there was a big game and to talk about it. So we did that, and then he went to this digital platform maybe 2 years ago, and he said, why don't you come in and talk about, like, the sports side of things. I want to switch things up. It's a slow week. Come check out the studio. So I did it. He's like, it was good. So then he wanted to do it again. So then, like, a sponsor reached out to him and was like, hey, we love the high school side of things. We love elevating kids. Can you get him to come on each week? So I start coming in Fridays doing like a 20-minute, just a rundown of all locally what's popping off in the high school scene, right? So shouting out where I'm at. Like I was at the prep at the time, shouting out the sports there, but also talking about all the other leagues in our area and how kids are doing, trying to put kids, elevate them and give them their flowers, right? So it was cool. Like I never thought this would be a world that I live in. I just like, just again, networking, trying to be helpful. He asked me to do it. Then this year he's like, yeah, man, I want to continue to grow this. And you know a lot about NIL. I'm a parent. I'm going to pitch us to Fox National Radio. And I was like, all right, yeah, you can pitch it. Like, who am I for that? Like, they're going to say no. He sends them one of our clips from the show. And then now we're doing a radio show every Saturday morning that's across the country called Project NIL, where we just talk about college sports, youth sports, just trying to give knowledge to parents to how to navigate this industry, because it's crazy now. It's like people just focusing on one sport. People are doing all these trainers, like so giving them a perspective and kind of some game to navigate that. And yeah, I'm just talking my truth. I don't got a stick. I don't got no radio personality. I'm just kind of talking about what I know, and it's.
Do you see traction from it though, and see people like reaching out to you now that you wouldn't have usually talked to because you're putting yourself and your face and your voice out there more?
Yeah, people stop me at like Eagles games. They're like, "Oh, I saw you on the show," or "I see you on the Cuz," or people come up to me when I'm down the shore. Like random people now will come up to me outside of our network and people we know, and shout me out. The schools love it. It gets a lot of attention for the schools that I'm at, so it's been positive in the community. Parents will listen to it and they love it. They're like, "Oh, we love that you're talking about whatever." So. It's been good. I never thought it'd be something that would be a part of my life. But
if you really want to help people and kids, right? And this is what a lot of people, I'm not that person, or I don't want the attention. But really, that's just the people that come up to you and tell you. What about all the people that you don't hear and don't come up to you that you helped out?
Yeah. Again, you got to practice what you preach, right? If I'm saying I want to help change the youth and be a part of the change, again, I had to go outside my comfort zone. I didn't go to school for this. I didn't. I just kind of talk shop. I was just talking what I know. So, but to be able to help people, if you want to do that, you got to, again, put yourself in uncomfortable situations. And it's been a cool experience. I'm enjoying it. I don't know where it's going to end. But, yeah, it's growing. He wants to start a podcast with me. He wants to kind of grow it. So there's a lot of things in the works that we're kind of talking through. Yeah, it's crazy.
Now, is this just for the city, or is it like a national thing?
So the radio show's nationally.
Okay.
So we talk about teams. We do national stuff. We do national news. We talk about stuff that's going on in Congress. We talk about, national rankings. We talk about teams in California and Texas. And then we have guests from, we have a sports psychologist that was out in LA. She called in. So like we got people from all over the country that were kind of, now I lean on Philadelphia the most, right? Cause that's, but we're growing it. We talk to college coaches from all over the country. Yeah, we're growing it. It's been pretty cool.
That got to be a lot of hard work because you already the AD, and then you still got to keep up with kids in schools from around the nation.
So I was talking to Frank, and Frank, we kind of do something similar. He says like I was asking because this is really cool, the setup and the production of it all, and he learned it on himself, right? He put time in. He said I put time in my day to learn.
Right.
So I block off time on my schedule to prepare for Saturday, right? Because we got Saturday morning. So maybe at nighttime, I'll be like, make sure I'm reading what's going on nationally. I'm Googling stories. I'm doing some stuff. And then I'll send it to Anthony, and we'll kind of go back and forth about what we think a good topic would be or who a good guest would be. So there is prep work into it, right? But you have to put that time in. It's just not stuff that you're going to learn by just your day-to-day. I'm not going to know about what's going on in Florida or what's going on in Cincinnati, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's deep. That's a lot of work.
Well, if you're big on networking, like with the internet and connecting with billions of people, like that's the thing with this. Like growing up, it was like whoever you can brush shoulders with because there wasn't no FaceTime and videos. Now it's like you can talk to someone in Chicago, you can talk to someone in Dallas or all over the country because of they're getting an eyesight of who you are, right? They're clicking your page, they're clicking your reel, they're learning a little bit more about you. So I feel like if you're big on networking, the podcast or the radio shows, like that stuff is going to get you out there more because now someone might not recruit you to come to their school, but someone might say, hey, can we do a shop tour with you and see how you run yours? And they might be in Michigan somewhere.
No, that's actually happened. Like schools have reached out and said like, hey, can we kind of see your facility? Can we try to talk to you about like we're looking to hire an AD? Like, what do you think are characteristics? Like that's actually happened to me. Now, when Anthony, again, I was just doing it to network, and he's a great guy. I was doing it to like, all right, yeah, I want to help you out. But now he was like, on his side, he's like, no, I want to help you out. I want to make sure you're growing your brand. And I didn't even think of it like that, right? Because
that's something that now you're focused on doing, or maybe not like solely focused on it, but do you want to continue to grow like Danny? Like,
yeah, I still don't think about it. I think one day I'd like, maybe I can consult and be like, start a consultant business for this type of industry, because I do have a lot of knowledge. But I haven't really dove into it yet. Again, like I'm juggling a lot right now, but I do want to, I guess it's something I should do. I just haven't been as intentional with it yet.
Do you think you could just like stay consistent and get the ball rolling with it? Like putting yourself out there more, getting on video, getting on camera, getting your voice out there more, and then down the line, you might be able to like leverage it, or like now you have this following, or now you have like all these resources, then you can like, all right, you can kind of put a play together for it?
Yeah, I think like being here, right? You know, I know you guys, right? But trying to, you know, help you guys get content. Like I helped another podcast get some content that has helped me grow and has given me. So I think
What other podcast was that?
it was the Go Getters. It was these young kids. They're real hungry. They work hard. They're basketball trainers. But I went on and hundreds of thousands of views on our clips. I didn't think, we're just talking athletics. Like they asked me like why I left one school for the other, or like advice for networking or advice for kids. And they made these reels, and they were getting 100,000s. Now, the thing I'm learning that I don't love is that you can't read the comments, because like I was getting trashed in them by some people, right? Like, so like I got to turn that off. So I got to like just, you know, if you're gonna reach out, there's gonna be good or bad. So 90% of it's positive, but there's gonna be 10% where they're like, this dude don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
He got fired from his last job. Just making stuff up, right? It's like,
Yeah, it comes with it.
yeah, it comes with it. So like that's something that I never thought I'd be in, that type of world where you're dealing with that, like people making accounts up to talk trash to you, and you know. So,
oh man, we deal with it on the road.
I was just say like, you that's something that's new.
But it's good though, because you see a good comment or a bad comment, it's all
comment.
good. It's a comment, bro. They're paying attention.
Yep, they're
That's all
watching.
that
That's
matters.
going to come with anybody. Look at LeBron James. Like it's going to come with
Yeah,
anybody.
you can be the greatest, no matter what. People are gonna hate. It's just natural.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's just what they do.
man, that's tough, man. So, well, you said you wanted to stay in Philly basically because of your network in high school. Can you ever see yourself like going to college?
Yeah,
Like,
college
taking
or professional. I
in
could.
Philly?
Yeah, I would love that. Right, that's
Yeah.
a dream, right? To work at a university in this area. But I do also like I think if I did it, I wouldn't. Probably my progression would probably be like an assistant AD first,
Okay.
and then AD at college, because it is a little different. There's more, you know, there's more compliance and stuff I have to learn. I do like having it to do my way a little bit, right? So like I'm not against it. I'm a team player, but I do like having more control over the department and how I attack things now. So that's something I would have to potentially look at.
Okay.
But I do look. I said like I'm always leaving is tough. Like leaving the prep was probably the hardest thing I ever did. Like
Harder than Roman?
It was, and I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess I grew even more there. It was like really relationships. And Roman, I went there. I knew everybody.
Yeah.
At the prep, very similar, but like I think I grew as a person there a lot. So leaving there was difficult. I like struggled with decision. I broke down and cried. Like I haven't cried since like my grandmom died 15 years ago, and I was crying over it because like it was just so difficult. But to continue to grow, you got to put yourself, like we talked about, man. So like I don't, leaving is tough. I do want to put a nice stretch in here. I want to put my hands on it. So I'm trying to like lock in and be here for, 10 years, whatever, really build it up. But then what's next, right? We got to keep pushing ourselves. So there is, I don't want to say no to any of that stuff. I do want to continue to grow and try to attack those opportunities when they come up. But for now, I'm just trying to lock in on this and building this program up and getting them back to where they used to be.
Okay.
So I want to talk about your network a little bit because that's so important. You said like a lot of kids don't even realize like their high school network is going to be more valuable than their college network because their college, they might not be there for a year, and this person might only be there for a year, so they're not really. So talking about your network, like you said, like you've been helping Tyrese Maxey and the trainers of Joel Embiid's of the world. Like how did you think just being you and helping people out, and now you're getting around?
Yeah, I think part of it was always being open to help people. Like I always like, all right, if I can help you, I want to help you, even if
being resourceful
and being help, because like if I ever need something, I want people to help me. So practicing what you preach, right? You can't just be a hypocrite about it. So like if I want
to have your hand out if you ain't willing to.
1,000%, Frank, you nailed it. So it's like like I got tied in with Drew Hanlon, who's Embiid's trainer, who's Maxey's trainer, who's Tatum's trainer, you know, he's best trainer in the world, because, you know, I was known in there. He was trying to find a gym in 2017 in the Center City because Embiid was living at the Ritz. I so happened to be at Roman at the time. 9:30 at night, he's like, "Hey, can you come down and open the gym
Wait,
up?"
how did you get connected with him for him to even ask you?
He reached out to someone in Philly about gyms, and they're like, "Oh, I know Danny's he's at Roman. Like, maybe he can get you in." Like, it's just like,
It's
you know,
safe.
yeah. So like, someone just reached out that I didn't even know that well. They're like, "Hey, I'm gonna link you up with Drew. If you can help him, great. I'm just passing
Trying
this
to help
along.
him out,
I'm just
yeah.
trying to help him out." So I went down there, opened it up. I know it was gonna be who it was gonna be, right? And then we stayed in touch. You know, just staying in touch. And he wasn't who he is now. Like Tatum wasn't, you know, he didn't have all these big time guys yet. He had Embiid, he had a couple guys, but he wasn't this big time trainer. But then staying close and then again helping him when I can, then that has indirectly helped me, you know, meet these people and being, you know, grow my network and you know, be around, you know, now wherever I've been the last couple of years, we've been able to have Tyrese Maxey camps, youth camps it was at Prep, now it's at Penn Charter, using our facilities because I'm tied in through Drew and meeting these different people. But again, if you just come in with the right mindset of like, I'm willing to help people because you know, it's the right thing to do. And if you can do it, right?
Yeah.
If you do that, it might be a little inconvenient for you in the short term, but like good things will happen for you and people will remember that and you'll grow as a person, but whatever you're doing will grow because of it.
Yeah.
And I think that's the biggest thing that was instilled in me as a kid from my parents, and like just try to help people when you can. And it's for me, it's come back tenfold. I've been very blessed and been able to maneuver. And I think a big part of it is to just, you know, always having that mindset.
Yeah.
You kind of keep that same mindset with the children as well, right?
100%.
Yeah.
Again, you got to tell them like, if you can help people, you got to do it, man. Like that's can't just want everything to be great or the world to be a certain way, and then, you know, I don't care. I'm not going to do it because it's, you know, you can't be selfish when it comes to this stuff, man. You got to think big picture, and you know, I want everyone to win. Also, like you got to be cool with someone else winning. Like I want everyone to win. I want everyone to be successful. Like I don't have like I don't want this person to succeed. Like never, even if it's like a rival. Like when we lose to them, I want them to win now, right? Like that's how I am. Like I'm not rooting against them. I want them to succeed, and kind of having that mindset has also been helpful, I think, because if you let the hate in, it's going to eat it. It's going to eat at you from the inside, brother.
Yeah. You're just doing yourself damage by that. So for you've been in student athletics for how many years?
12 years now.
Who are some like surprises you've seen athletes from the city that like ended up making something of themselves?
Yeah, I mean,
that came through like your path.
Yeah, I mean, I've been very fortunate. The biggest name right now is Jalen Dern. He's in the NBA. He's averaging 18 and 12. You know, we got him at Roman when I was there. Me and my good friend Matt Griffin was the basketball coach. I was the AD. We worked, you know, relationships to help get him to Roman, which was huge. I mean, people knew he was going to be good, but to what level, right? It's tough to tell as a 13, 14-year-old how great they're going to be. This dude's dominating the NBA. He's going to be an all-star. We just talking about a good friend of ours, Xavier Brown, right? Quiet kid.
Shout out X, man. That's my
X.
heart.
X he's one of the greatest kids I've ever come across. Like, he's a kid that just gets it. He'll just text me and be like, "Hey, just checking in." Like, this kid's a high major Division I basketball player at Oklahoma. Is going to play professional at some level, and just hit me up like, "Yo, what's going on? How you doing? Just checking in." Like that. That
Shows you a lot about.
That just shows you a lot, and that makes me feel. That's the rewarding stuff for me. Like that's the stuff that like makes me feel great about.
But who are you at this point in his life?
Nobody. I can't give him nothing right now. Like he's getting paid NIL money. He's doing great, right? His family's getting set up.
You're not even with him day to day.
No, but like, if he ever needs anything, you better believe I'll drive across the country for that kid, right? Just because he checks in with me, right? You know, so like, he don't. But I give him no value right now, right? Just besides being there for him if he needs to talk, right? But he's high major. You know, we had Lamar Stevens at Roman. He plays professional basketball. Tony Carr is playing professional basketball.
We interviewed Tony Carr.
Yeah. He was just in the Danny Rupp.
Yeah, TC. That's my guy. He's home for a couple weeks. I just saw him last week. I got to check in with him.
Okay.
Professional basketball player, though. So, and then on the football side, I got to, you know, Marvin Harrison, Kyle McCord, Jeremiah Trotter. The younger Trotter's going to probably go in the draft this year. He's going to be another Josiah Trotter. He's going to be in the league. You Samir Hagens, he's at Duke. He's probably going to go to the league.
So when they go to the league and they win, you feel like you won.
I'm so happy for him. And I don't, besides just cheering for him and then loving him up, but like, that makes me feel like I made it. Yeah, you're right. Like that, I love it. Like that's the goal. Like, because again, we talked about the percentage of you got to be in. And for me to be blessed to have been with this many people who've been in that small percentage makes me just feel great. Like to be a part of this. The littlest part I played.
To keep you going?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's just, you want to keep going. It makes you want to work harder to get that next kid there.
So do you got some now at Penn that you think?
At Penn Charter?
No,
I
no
think,
names or nothing. But
I think there's a kid. I think we got a couple kids. I will talk about it. On the girls cross-country side, we got the #1 runner in the country. She's going to be an Olympian.
Wow.
We got this girl. She's 9th grade. She's running. She broke the 8th grade national record last year. She ran a 4:40 mile and a 10-minute 2-mile in 8th grade. So she's like on the track to be like an Olympian. She's the #1 distance runner as a freshman in the country.
So how do you get someone like that at your school? Is it by luck or?
No, just being at a great school where people want to be. Like I had nothing to do with it. She goes to the school. She's been there.
Yeah.
Because it's a great school academically and can give you, all these different other, we have the resources, the training facilities. We have all this stuff that's probably appealing to them.
Mm-hmm.
And then in other sports, we got some guys that or girls that could definitely be professional athletes. You need a lot to go right.
Yeah.
Again, we talked about the percentage. You need a lot to go right for them, but yeah, we got some there for sure.
Now, as the AD, how do you maintain that culture we were talking about earlier? Like as far as like her wanting to stay at Penn, and you know what I'm saying?
Well, I tell all the kids, like I got an open door. I talk to all the kids. Like some ADs might, just talk to coach. I talk to the kids always. I'm in there. I'll talk to them after a game. I'll tell them, keep your head up. I love what you're doing. Like I always hype up the little things. I love that you were on the floor for that loose ball. Or I love that when someone came off the field, you were hyped for them and you like dabbed them up. So like I'll talk to them about that. I try to have a pretty good relationship with all the student athletes, but they also know like I'm not gonna take their BS or either. I'm not gonna tolerate. So it's like finding that fine line where they like you and respect you, but they also know like they can't. They can't play around. So I had to fine tune that because I started young. So at first I felt like I was too much in the friend zone with some of them, like being boys with them because they knew me like from Fishtown. I was at Roman, so kids from Fishtown, they're like Danny D, and I'm like, I'm a teacher, or an AD. So I had to have something I had to work on to fine tune that balance of where like they like you and they want to talk to you, but they also respect you and they know that they got to like come correct and be who they are around you, but. Yeah, I mean that's
hard because they probably got so many other high school coaches. Like, man, we'll offer you this. Come over here, and we'll let you bring on these type of sneaks and stuff like that. You don't have to go with Under Armour. You want to go with Nike, you go with Nike.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, and I just shoot them straight. I'm like, hey, like you're not gonna like it all the time, but I promise you, when you leave here, you're gonna have a network. I'm gonna be here for you forever. Like, these are the things that people might not say. Like. You might want to go some for the instant gratification, but this is the long-term game. Like, if you're with me now, we're locked for life, man. I got to tell all these kids, like, I got you for life. Like, the second you leave here, don't mean you're not going to see me anymore. Like, if you ever need me, I'm going to show up for you. And that's what I tell parents. And, like, it's true. I'm like, you can ask people who've been in student athletes with me, like, these relationships, they continue to grow. We're talking about X, right? Actually, at Roman, like, he's out of high school. And I was only at Roman 1 year when he was there. And I got this relationship with him. And, again, like, that's a testament to him and who he is.
Yeah.
But also, like, if he needed anything, I'll.
Yeah, there's a reason why. Like, you're wearing an asshole to him. It's like he's keeping up with you. He likes you.
No, for sure. It's like.
But still, like, from experiences from other people, like, kids might have heard of different experiences and stuff like that. Still, how do you get them to gain that trust? Like, my little brother, for instance, like, Matt told him, like, yo, you going to have his starting position your senior year, and then Matt got a better job and love. So now it was another coach that benched him in senior year.
Yeah.
So now it's like, man, I'm giving up on basketball.
Yeah.
Like, so still, how do you build that trust even through that from other experiences and stuff?
Yeah, well, I try to stay locked in with the kids, but also, like, I work with the coaches, and I have a lot of, like, I call my coaches weekly. Like, I'm in constant communication with them and talking. I'm like, what's going on? How we handling this thing? Or even talking to, like, giving them information because they might not be in the building. This is what's going on in the school, giving them the pulse of how the days are going. So to continue to stay locked in with all these people, I think is important and constantly communicating. People who don't communicate, it falls through the cracks or there's misunderstandings. Like constantly talking to my team, like everyone that works for me, they know what's going on. I don't keep them in the dark, right? Like because again, I value all their opinions. I value what they're going to say, but having different perspectives and, but constantly communicating all of this stuff and kind of getting all this information and then,
Okay.
But yeah, if promises are made, you gotta have realistic conversations about stuff. And like if I was there, I would have known Matt's plan for this person, and I would have articulated like, hey, this is what was kind of articulated coming to when we hired a new coach, right? That probably didn't happen, right? That was probably a gap there, and that might have turned his experience off. Yeah. So yeah, just doing the little things like that matter.
Yeah, right. That's a great answer, bro. Thank you.
For sure.
Yeah, this was a good episode. Really good. So do you feel like your life is very fulfilling now? Like you when you said you were going to school or you're doing these other jobs and it just wasn't doing it for you. Now where you're at, you can say it's totally fulfilled?
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy, man. I'm in a good place. I enjoy going to work every day. I think that's my biggest thing. Like, there's never a day where I wake up and I'm like, shit, I gotta go to work today. It's like, and there's days, like, there's bad days everywhere, right? There's gonna be issues that you gotta figure out. But at the end of the day, like, I love what I'm doing. It's super fulfilling. And again, this help people reach their dreams and goals is like, to be a part of that is, I mean, there's not a better feeling for me in life, right? It's like, I'm winning when they're winning, right? Or they're getting a job or they're going to a school and they're going to be a lawyer. And like, that sport, I think sports helps you in so many ways, but even in like the academic side, like Ivies, right? Like when kids want to go Ivy League, it's so competitive, right? They take like 3% of applicants, right? You need something to separate yourself. So sports help you get in Ivy League schools. Like a lot of kids, like you need that thing. So like prep, we had a kid for crew, he's at Harvard right now. His life, he's gonna graduate, he's gonna be great, man. Like he's gonna be in that network of Harvard. Like,
yeah, that's heavy.
Right? Like Harvard crew. Like this kid is and he was telling me, like, it's funny, like he came to me because like Cal really wanted him, and Cal's really good at crew too. And you go out to Cal, it's California, it's like brand new stuff. And I'm like, brother, if I give you one advice, man, that network at Harvard,
you're gonna change your life.
You're gonna come out making $500,000, brother. Like these dudes own every hedge fund, and like they're that network that you're gonna be a part of. Like I know it's probably older and it's not as it's cold weather. It's in Boston. I'm telling you, if you're asking me my advice, that's the move. That's the move, man.
You might be going to school with the next president of the United States.
That's what I'm saying, right? We just always talk about networking. I'm sure Cal is great, right? I'm not trying to knock Cal, but like Harvard, right? So trying to get these kids to this, because crew, there's not professional crew. Like it's going to stop after college, right? Maybe you do Olympics if you're great, but like there's not a professional league for it. Yeah. There's not money in it. So what are you going to fall back on?
The academic side, the network.
Your network, academics, Harvard, right? So like that's the stuff I kind of try to
What's
preach.
the likelihood of like getting in there without that?
Yeah. I mean, lottery numbers, right? I mean, it's like they take, 2-3% of applicants.
So listening to you and your story and where you're at now, it's like you came into this world as like sports, but I feel like you're developing into a real thorough leader. Like it's more leadership now than sports. Yeah.
And I didn't see it that way. It kind of just evolved, right? I didn't know what I didn't know. And when I was coming in, I told you, like, I messed up a lot. But I learned. You got to learn from your mistakes. I tell these kids all the time, like, adversity builds character. You're going to have adversity. What are you going to do with it? Are you going to shy away? Are you going to cry? Are you going to shut down? You got to push through, man. You got to learn from it. Because everyone loses at some point. And sports is a great way to learn about it, because you're gonna be heartbroken. Everyone wants to win. Not everyone can win all the time, but I think you all can win if you're learning from your losses. Everyone's winning then, right? If you're taking, also you can lose when you win because you're not learning from it, right? So like, when are you learning? So like, I've grown as a person, I've grown as a leader, and it's being around these kids. And you're right, I think it is more of a leadership role more than ever. But that's just kind of how it came to me. And again, just having a good mindset and taking my lumps, man. I lost a lot, man. I didn't know what I didn't know. And you just got to grow when you learn, man. You got to continue to be open-minded and continue to push yourself and continue to try to grow as a person, as a worker, as a a son, as a brother, sister.
The thing is about a leader is like it's not even just about you growing. You got to help other people grow for you to not you, but for the mission to be great.
100%. If they're the people underneath you aren't growing, you're not gonna succeed. Everyone's got to come up, right? We can't have someone slowing us down. And it's like, again, I talked like every person. Like I have 2 people who are assistant ADs, and I'm like, if your goal is to be an AD, I'm gonna get you to be an AD in the next 4 years. Like if you come work for me and work hard, we're gonna make sure that you're gonna be in a position to get to where you want to be. I'm gonna lose them. It's gonna hurt, right? But like, I'm gonna get the most out of them if I'm trying to get them, help them succeed.
Yeah, because if you're building them up to be the best version of themselves, and they go on, they go on and they move forward to a different job. At least you had them as the best version of that assistant AD.
Yeah, and it's like, and it's going to be a loss for me because I'm gonna have to start over with somebody new, right? But like, if you go with that mindset, you're gonna win, man. Because if you want other people to win around you and you're trying to elevate people, even though it might hurt you in some type of way. Because like, I'm gonna take a step back and retraining someone or having to coach somebody up.
Yeah.
But that's why I tell them, like, if you want to be an AD, I got you. Like, if you tell me where you want to be, tell me where you want to be in 3-4 years, and I'll try to make it happen.
It's good. Dang, my son kicked the camera away.
But it was on Daniel.
Oh,
Yeah, it was this one.
How much time we got? When did that happen too, so I can cut it out? How much time?
an hour and 12 minutes.
All right, so an hour and 10, an hour and 11. All right.
Yeah, I think the best thing I got from this pod, man, is that you're really doing something that you love doing. You stepped down from a super successful job in banking to be an AD with something that you might make less money doing.
Yeah.
But you love it. You helping so many kids and you love doing it yourself. You know what I'm saying? So if anybody's out there watching that, do what makes you happy. Yeah, it's not all about money all the time.
Yeah, and it'll be like, and I'm living a really good life right now, right?
Yeah.
And I never thought like where I'd be financially, everything, right? You gotta take risks, man. Like I took a risk.
Mm-hmm.
I was, making 90 grand in banking to making 20, taking it as a stipend position, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I knew I love sports. I didn't know what it would ever be, but I took that risk, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's paid off for me. I've been very fortunate.
I feel like your passion, your consistency, your diligence helped carry you there, though, too. It wasn't just like, oh, I'm going to go do this, but you really went all in on it, too. Like, you took it serious.
Yeah.
So it's not like you just like, all right, I like music, right? And then someone's not going to go and take a guaranteed 50 grand a year. They're going to go and do music. And they're passionate about it, but they're not really like going all in on it.
Yeah, you got to go all in. You can't, when you take risks, you can't be tiptoeing around it. You can't be half in, half out, right? Like, if you're going to make the move, you got to be all in. And I think that can really, help you elevate your success, right? And it's going to, because it can backfire. Risk for a reason, right?
Yeah.
Like it could flip on you the other way. But I feel like if you go all in on it, it will pay off. If you're doing it, if you're going about it with the right mindset, you're going to win. Like, Frank, you're a perfect example of it, brother. I mean, like, you came out, you learned, you branched off, right? You did your own business. Like, you went all in, dude. You're doing this, you're doing, real estate. Like, you're all in on it. I can tell every time I talk to you, like, but it's working out for you, right? And you're being successful because you had that mindset. You're coming at it in a positive way. You're trying to elevate your people. You're helping everyone around you. It's like, you're going to be successful if you come in with that mindset. And that's a credit to both of you guys, man. You're doing a great job with all this stuff. And I watched some pods, like, I got motivated listening to some of the stuff you're putting out there. And that's, something that I never thought when I clicked it, well, it was going to be for me, right? But for me to learn, I'm learning from you guys as well. So it's really important what you're doing and how you're growing.
Appreciate that. And thanks for the flowers. And I was just about to say something, too, before you even said that about you. Like, growing up with you, knowing the environment we grew up in, I went off track, right? You never went off track. Like, you stayed the course, and knowing how easy it is, like, with the people you're around, the places you go to, the accidents that could have happened. Like, I was into that life, and you still stayed, like, the course. You stayed strong. You didn't fall into, being easily influenced or follow the crowd or it's just something good to see, man, because a lot of people don't make it from where we're from.
For sure. I mean, growing up, I mean, Fishtown, I love it. But, I mean, like...
And it wasn't what it was.
No, it ain't what it is now. And, like, but, like, we lost way too many people, right? I mean, like, we lost so many people that we've cared about through drugs and through violence and stuff. So, I'm not trying to make it like that wasn't a great neighborhood. I love growing up there. But it also, like, you could easily go the wrong way. There was so many things, whether, you know, drugs or just the violence, you know, just you could get into so many different avenues if you weren't locked in. And that's a credit to my parents, man. I'm very fortunate. My parents have always been there, but, you know, loved and respected them. But they kept me on the, you know, because you can fall off. We've seen it. I mean, there's so many friends, like kids I grew up with, like by the time we got to high school, it split. It was like, what way are you gonna go, right? Mm-hmm. Are you gonna mess around and do drugs? You gonna, you know, be out all night, or are you gonna try to stick with school and trying to find your path? And you know, they were my friends. It didn't change that I like loved them and cared about them, but just,
and you have friends on both sides.
And I would be able to, you know, talk to both of them, and you know, and then some of, you know, had journeys like Frank's journey. I've had other friends that, you know, like really bad on drugs that are in sobriety now, doing great, working. So like everyone's got a different path. And again, I was very fortunate to have a great support system at home, and you know, to make sure that I stayed on that path, because like you said, there's people who have great support system that fall off all the time.
Yeah.
That just get caught up, do something that they shouldn't have, wrong place, wrong time. Like, so yeah, it's Fishtown was a great place though. I love growing up there, man.
Damn, I'm happy, man. I'm proud of you. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
coming on. Thanks
course,
for staying
man.
tuned in and supporting us always, man.
Yeah, no doubt. Any way I can help, I'm serious. Like I know we talked about it, but like we're gonna link you up with some guys, continue to help grow. I would love to, you know, see this thing take off. So
real quick, before we sign out too, best up and coming basketball player, high school basketball player right now, best up and coming football player, and best you can give me track as well.
all right, well,
Up and coming right now, high school.
track will be biased for my girl Mackenzie Scully.
Okay.
She's ninth grader, nationally, you know, top ninth grader in the country running wise.
Okay.
Future Olympian, stamp it. She's 14 years old. I'm gonna say she's been Olympics in, I don't know, 4 or 6 years, whenever it's her time. I know it's like every, you know,
Junior Olympics, I think, is 16.
yeah, she's the one. Basketball is tough. There's a lot of really good, talented kids locally right now. I really like Corey Francis at Bonner. He's a junior.
Okay.
He's a junior. Big guard, got a little tone car in him. Smooth. I think he's got a chance. We got a kid at Penn Charter, Carter Smith, top 50 in the country. He's a sophomore. He's a problem. He's really good. Yeah, there's so many guys. It's tough because you got to see the jump. It's like the next step. They're all like in the mix. Like who's gonna take that next step? They're all like right in that mix who can be super talented.
Okay.
Football wise, there's a kid. So rival at the Prep LaSalle. Joey O'Brien's going to Notre Dame. He's gonna play on Sundays. This kid is 6'5", played safety and receiver. Now 6'5" is more of a receiver build, but I think he's better. He runs he just glides out there. He's gonna play on Sundays.
Wait, I know him. I know his sister play basketball.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, they were at the Danny Runt one too.
Yep.
Okay.
Joey O'Brien's going to Notre Dame. Crazy NIL deal.
Yeah.
Good for him and his family. But he'll play on Sundays. Jet Harrison, he'll play on Sundays. He's a sophomore in high school. Number 1 receiver in the country for his class. He's at St. Joe's Prep. So those two. There's a lot of kids who can make it. We could give out Fishtown. Alex Haskell is going to Syracuse. He's got a chance. So some really big time football players. Basketball, yeah. There's this kid. Man, there's so many. Trying to give everyone their flowers. Roman's got Sammy Jackson, Mark Jackson's son, 6'7", 6'8", shooter, plays on the wing. He's really tough. He's going to VCU next year.
Wait, what grade is he in?
He's a senior. The older brother graduated.
Oh, okay.
He's at
okay, that's what
Loyola.
I'm thinking about.
Yeah, Sharif.
Yeah,
Sammy's a senior right now, going to VCU.
Okay.
RJ Smith's a little point guard going to LaSalle next year. He was at MOTEP, just transferred to Roman. So shout out to RJ.
Okay.
He's a bucket. Yeah, there's so much talent in this area. So, but yeah, there's two. You can stamp. They're the three I'm stamping though. Is Mackenzie, Joey O'Brien, Jet Harrison. They'll all be professionals.
Okay.
we can come back in a couple years and check this out.
All right. Thanks again,
Dan,
man.
I
No doubt,
appreciate
bro.
your time, man.
No doubt, man.